Hey, thanks for joining me. This is a review by Luke Stoss and should be listened to very quietly. This is actually a review of Justin Timberlake's Filthy, which should be played very loud. So let's get right into it. Justin Timberlake's new single, Filthy, came out just a few days ago and is sticking around on YouTube's trending page and is still on the top of Spotify's new release playlist page. When the song starts, it starts with a big kind of a big band, in your face kind of, here I am kind of feel. And this is personified in the video because it seems like he's acting like some sort of a CEO for a company. And so he comes out on stage and he says, hey, you know what's good? Turns out it's the song. Spoiler alert. And then after the first few bars, with that kind of big band, like in your face, just kind of setting it up, it moves on to kind of like a filthy bass beat, where it's just kind of moving on the 4 on the floor kind of thing. What I like about the intro beat, with the really dirty, gritty bass, grunge kind of saw wave bass type thing, is that it really kind of gets you going, and it's like, oh, maybe this will be some sort of like driving techno grunge kind of mixture of things. Turns out it's not, because then immediately it changes and gives you more of a melodic bass groove, where it actually starts changing through the chords. And the bass groove really kind of, with that higher register, you don't feel it as much. They leave the feeling in the lower registers for the backbeat from that bass that's just pulsing. And so then they have the melodic bass lines, and that really helps drive it. And since that's up in a higher register, then you can hear it more. And that kind of also helps keep you going. And so the song, at least in the beginning, is just kind of, a head bobber. And that's something I really like, because, you can just kind of feel the groove. Also, I think, with that backbeat with the bass, just the one kind of drone, I guess it's kind of like octaves that are alternating, that maybe sets you up to think that you're not going to really dance to it. Because, if you really think about it, the stereotype for, like, raves type thing is just kind of, jumping around and being all crazy. But then when it starts to go into the melodic bass line, then that's when you're like, oh, this is a dancey song, I could get out on the dance floor to that. And I think that's definitely what Justin was going for. And I also think that this is going to be great for like his live performances, because this is going to be a good show-off song for him, in my opinion. Because I know that he loves to sing and he loves to dance, obviously, and his skills are just evolving. And now, with the video, he does motion tracking dancing for this robot. One thing I really like about just the sound engineering of it, basically, is especially his voice processing, because it sounds like, to me, it sounds kind of like it's playing off a tape recorder or like off a vinyl record. So it's got that kind of like lo-fi type thing, but with the bass backbeat and then even the melodic bass lines and everything else in the song, it gives it that more futuristic techno funk kind of vibe. So it's like an old new wave type song, and that's something I really enjoy. In the refrain, it's very stereotypical pop song, where it gets stuck in your head pretty easily. I really like the bridge, because it gives a lot of tension, which bridges are supposed to do, but this song, I think, does it exceptionally well, because it's got kind of just a happy feel through most of it. It's got, upbeat and really just kind of pumping kind of vibe. And then in the bridge, it just is really tensiony and clashes, and the chords don't really go anywhere, which really adds to the tension just subconsciously, because when you're hearing it, it's still kind of grooving, but it's just got that minor kind of diminished sound to it, to the chords, that is. And one thing I really like is that I think the video really fits the song, because the colors and the setting of it is all just very nice and clean and slick. So it's got that future type thing, but it's also dark, which just kind of adds to his filthy, dare I say, filthy type of idea in the song. And I mean, we all know JT. We all know he's, that swagger, sexy thing. We all know he's that swagger, sexy guy, who can sing and dance and can't wait to get you on the floor. Good looking. So this is definitely, to me, gonna be one of Justin's iconic songs that'll just kind of have to be put in every JT playlist and into his sets for his live shows. Every single one. It's definitely a good song. I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5. It's, for me, to me, it's got good melodic structure, it's got good chords, it's got good sounds. I really like the sounds that they do, and even just the subtle stuff, like the breathing in the background kind of sounds throughout most of the, like, refrain and stuff like that. The minimal drums really help put your focus on the actual, like, melody, and then also his dancing, which is nice. And all in all, it's just a really good song. It's a good groove song. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, click subscribe, and then you'll be notified of all my upcoming videos. Give it a thumbs up, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks. Put your filthy hands all over me.